How's everything in La Rochelle?
Yeah, no, not too bad. Um, Obviously coming off a couple of losses, so still trying to keep the spirits high.
How you feeling for the weekend ahead? How you feeling for the Champions Cup kind of break away from top 14 then?
I think everyone's really excited for this game, especially starting off at home in front of our fans. So I think it would be a nice way to start off the Champions Cup for us.
Obviously, I'd like to say congratulations to you as well because you've got married not too long ago. I
I
was
appreciate
talking
it.
to Dylan and I was hearing you had a good time in Barcelona.
For the stag do, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, no, it was good. It was good. It was a good crack. The boys organized it pretty well, and yeah, it was good fun.
It was you and Alton having a wee
Exactly.
bit of a
Yeah.
time together and all that.
I mean, I think it was a good excuse for the other boys as well to get out of La Rochelle. So they used us as an excuse. So that was good.
That's good to hear. So how is married life? How is everything going that way?
Ah, amazing. I think my wife and I are very, very happy and very grateful to have have had our majority of our relationship over in France. So it only made sense to get married in France, and
Yeah.
it's where we basically created our life and created a family. So
So
that
you
was
came
really
you came to France very early. You left Australia pretty young. How has your life been? Like, what made you take the step to go to France quite young?
Was that I was quite I was stuck at the Reds. At that time we had a pretty good back line. Like it was basically the Wallabies back line. So I found it hard for me to try and crack and get myself into that team. So I think my third year there, I got demoted down to an academy contract, and then yeah, basically worked the 1 week of hard labor. Like basically yeah, started at 5 o'clock in the morning, finished at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
So I called up my agent and just said, "Oh, do you have anything for me overseas?" Was originally planned just to come over for 1 year, try and get some like professional rugby under my belt to try and come back with some experience, and then yeah, I guess 1 year turned into 11 years. So didn't look
Sounds
back.
sounds that's going to say sounds good. And I was looking obviously early on. It wasn't just the rugby you were playing. You're playing the soccer too.
No, not soccer. It was AFL.
Oh, sorry. I was talking about playing with Zidane, but if you're playing AFL
Oh
as well,
right,
fair play.
yes. No, 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 no. Yeah, the soccer thing is not my thing. I I literally called for the ball to not be passed to me, so I was like, "Don't pass it to me, please." And then yeah, no, that was yeah, pretty grateful for that experience to be there.
Hmm.
Like
And
you'd get that chance in Australia, so it was cool.
so you say the AFL, like were you playing for the French AFL sides, or what was the crack, or what were you doing with the AFL?
Oh no, sorry, I thought you meant like back home in Australia and
All
stuff
right.
like that. No, yeah,
So
no AFL over here.
yeah, well, how was the AFL experience in terms of helping you as a rugby player, in terms of maybe shaping your mind, shaping your approach to how to play rugby?
Definitely the way that they kick in AFL is obviously straight on and it's a lot more accurate. Obviously, the ball's a little bit different. Also, just attacking the ball in terms of if it's on the ground, like attack it, don't wait for it, and stuff like that. And obviously, in the high balls and stuff like that, just getting the knee higher than the other players, so pretty much little simple things like that.
And then regarding obviously um, playing under O'Gara, how is he as a coach, and how is he kind of helped develop your game a bit more? Because obviously you've always had a seemingly natural ability, but how has he shaped you into what you are now?
I think the thing I appreciate about him is that he's been um, around the place. He's obviously spent some time as a Crusader, so he spent some time with people like same sort of profile as me, same sort of background as me, like coming from like a quite a respectable culture, and he knows how we handle certain situations, and so he helped me kind of to express myself and doesn't put any pressure on us.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then obviously, as you can kind of tell with that no pressure of just how you play from some of the tries you've scored, particularly some of the solo ones, which are very nice to look back at, probably on your end. But when it comes to this, does that come from, as I say, just you viewing it as a fun game, or what kind of way do you view the pitch when you kind of come on?
Definitely I got to view it as a fun game and no pressure. Just try and pretend that I'm training like everything that we trained at during the week. It's just everything, just putting it into practice, I guess, on the field. So if I feel comfortable doing it at training, doing certain things, and makes me feel confident bringing it into the game. So
And then regarding the Champions Cup again, like you've got two English sides and then an Irish and a South African side. Obviously, each one has a different approach. Like as a squad and as a individual, how do you approach those games differently?
yeah, it's definitely a hard one to think about. Like you said, they're different competitions, different styles of playing. Um, like for example, this weekend, Leicester's like more of a conservative team, and they like kind of feed off um, when ball goes to ground because they like to kick it a lot. So they trust on their kicking game a lot. So we've always got to adapt to that, and then we go play against a structured team like Leinster, who are very by the books, and then obviously Stormers they got the flair as well. So every week we got to take it week by week, I guess, and
Yeah.
focus on our performance, control what we can control.
And then obviously with your kind of career in France and experience in all the different clubs, like how have they differed from your time in La Rochelle? Because obviously you came and it was Toulon to begin, and then you've had a couple of different clubs throughout your time in France. How has each kind of club experience been different, and how has it kind of shaped you to where you are now?
I think definitely starting at Toulon. Um, they all have the same mentality. Obviously, I think the thing that really changes is just the city and the lifestyle. In Toulon, it's like obviously a beautiful place. We've got a lot of things to do there. And then we will go to Oyonnax. When I moved to Oyonnax, there wasn't much to do there, but the team environment was like unreal. There was never a dull moment there. Then go to another beautiful city like Bordeaux. A lot of things to do, a lot more team activities to do. But every team that I've played out, they've all got the same similar goals. Obviously, to make the top six and top 14, or qualify for the Champions or Challenge Cup. So, yeah, I think just to experience the as it as it as it comes by, I guess is the best way I can
And then
explain.
obviously you won the Champions Cup with La Rochelle. Was that your first season with them?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Like how was that experience, and how do you kind of recreate that kind of run that helped you get to that final and win it? Um, in your own personal view.
Uh, I think we just got to focus on week by week now. I think that first year with La Rochelle was such a blur, and everything went so fast, and everything was like wins after wins, and don't really had like, yeah, it was a crazy year to be honest. And then I think yeah, for this year we got to take it week by week. Like you mentioned earlier, all four teams are different from their own perspective. So I think, like I said, starting this week is gotta we're lucky to start it off at home. So
Yeah, and then sorry, and then as you say, like O'Gara understood your kind of tradition and culture and all this, and obviously you've represented Samoa at two World Cups. Like, how was it representing Samoa and being able to play for your kind of heritage nation in that regard? How was that?
no, it's something you can't put into words. Representing Samoa is it's. I don't think you can. I think obviously representing your own country, but like I just feel like Samoa is just a different country that you really feel the the pride and uh, the power that that jersey has for our small nation. So to be able to do it twice, to represent my little country twice at the World Cup is and my family. It's just got no words for it. It's just unreal. Yeah.
Is there a chance of a third representation of it of the next World Cup,
Uh,
especially in Australia, where you're
yeah,
from playing
exactly.
for that nation?
Definitely would love to try and put my name out there for them for one more World Cup, especially in Australia. So that'll
Yeah.
be probably it'll be up there.
I was going to ask just because obviously during the last international break they were playing that World Cup qualifiers. Were you sat watching them, or were you off with the family and doing other things?
Uh, the coach did ask me if I was available, but I wasn't really in the mental state to. I kept on getting little injuries,
Yeah.
which I never really had before in my career, and it was kind of tough on me mentally, and I just wanted to focus on playing good for my club before I can play for my country. And yeah,
And then obviously regarding this, I'll let you enjoy your day after this. But but it was regarding, like, as I say, the Champions Cup and coming up in terms of what's going on. Like, I was talking to what Dylan about this in terms of the atmosphere that is created in La Rochelle. Is it like anything you've experienced before? Because obviously I know Bordeaux is very passionate and a lot of the French clubs are passionate, but like, and I was talking to Alton about how each club is different in terms of the passion each club brings. Because you got Perpignan with the Catalan element, then you got the
yeah.
Parisians in Paris. Like, what have you experienced being at four different clubs? What's that La Rochelle experience like compared to all the other experiences in terms of the fan base?
Mm. No, definitely. Lara Show, they're very passionate. Um, I feel like it's probably the first club that you can like. If I put myself in their perspective, like they actually feel like they're a part of the team, and they which they should be. Walking around town after a win, you can see it really brightens up the town. Like you go out for just a brunch, and you can they can just like say congratulate to you, and like you can see how big their smile is. Even if we do lose, sometimes they still they do encourage us there, but they really feel like they're a part of the team. It's very it's like a community here in La Rochelle. So it doesn't feel like we're bigger than the team or anything like that. Sorry, we're bigger than the city or anything like that. Like the team is La Rochelle's team,
Yeah,
not out. So it's pretty
I
cool.
was I was going to say you've got a strong contingent of Australian, Samoan,
Mm.
Fijian, and all this kind of thing around the club. Like, how does that make you feel in terms of the club itself and kind of putting your identity out there as this is how you play rugby and this is the kind of approach you have as well, while also bringing that French element from those players in as well?
Yeah, I think that's a good thing about Rog as well. Like I said, with his perspective, he's seen it all. He's had a pretty good career himself. He's played with Fijians and all that stuff, so he knows how to um, meld our playing styles together without forcing too much. Like it just kind of naturally comes together. The French boys have their French flair, and then the Fijians have their flair. So we kind of already know what our playing style is, and we get that feeling from training and stuff like that. So do make errors, but the errors are usually made in training. So once we do get figure all that stuff out, so yeah,
Well, I was going to say, look, UJ, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and I wish you all the best, particularly this weekend and with the rest of the year, and hopefully all going well for a World Cup as well with you eventually.
appreciate it.
Talk to you soon.
All right, talk to you soon. Cheers.